Interesting. Uh, I just wanted to bear with me today. I did turn the thing, but it didn't register in time. So apologies for the rotation orientation issue during this live. I do apologize, but I'm not going to stop it and then restart it for that reason. I'm sure. I feel like that unto itself is confirmation. Hey. And it's because, like I said, I did put the setting into horizontal, but vertical. I feel like it requires people to look, turn things on it from on its side to right side up, if you understand. So over the past few weeks, I've been picking up different things within the U.S. government about sanctions and censorship, especially for what's going on the internet. And this morning, I saw an article that was released stating that the U.S. Supreme Court blocked the president's attempt to censor the internet, especially like what happened with COVID and things like that. So it is what it is. I'm just telling you, I posted it on the community tab if you are interested in reading the article about it. But that is, like I said, the confirmation you seek is right in front of you. This is not necessarily about rose colored glasses. This is simply about examining things in a true state. It's like a Rubik's Cube or a puzzle. You got to keep turning it and turning it and turning it until you see it. Like those geometric puzzles, like those three-dimensional puzzles that, the little wood blocks and things like that. You have to turn things sometimes to see it in its proper orientation. That's just what it is. Grand Rising, y'all. Grand Rising. All right. The confirmation you see is right in front of you. Forest, trees. And I mean that. Don't ask where paper come from if you're standing in the forest. Look around. You understand? Like, what you see, it's right in front of you. The answers are literally right in front of you. So let's tap into that. Now, I'm going to say this because as soon as I cut the deck, right? Wow. Some people don't realize, right, the way they operate on a daily basis is because of their experiences, right? You think, oh, this is me, this is how I am, but I challenge you to question it. I challenge you to go self, is this really, or is this a reflex of life? You know what I mean? Is this something that I've been carrying in some sort of generational fashion? That I learned these mechanisms, that I learned these patterns, that I learned these behaviors? Is the one thing that I don't want in my life for those of you where everything else is great except your love lives. The reason that you find yourselves in the same situations over and over again is because there is a side of self you are not recognizing. Now, I understand everybody wants to think themselves a lady or a lord, but that's not really what this is about, okay? This is not about judgment as much as it is about owning that facet of your personality that you are refusing to accept, and that is the reason why you attract what you attract. Some people have to be reminded that, you are born with God given rights, not man, God. And so, pleasure, love, sex, all of these things are God given rights. But the denial of self, right? By saying, oh, it can only be this pure, da da da. No, sometimes it is just as carnal as it is. You know what I mean? It's passionate, it's fueled. It's like you not seeing yourselves correctly prevents you from experiencing the totality of love. Just saying, you have to see yourselves correctly. Correctly. If you tend to attract, let's just say, Knight of Wands sort of energies, right? Or even Knight of Cups, right? The hopeless romantic. There's a side of self that you're not owning. You are truly being asked to challenge. When I see the Nine of Wands, it is to me a type of challenge card. Sometimes we're so defensive for no reason. Mm, just saying. It's very reciprocal. It's understanding the balance of self, your light and your dark. If you only are thinking and telling yourself, oh, I'm the best, there's not an impure bone in my body, I only do, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're not lying to the rest of mankind. It's impossible because we all, as much as we're different, we are the same. And so until you get brutally honest with yourself, that yes, you too are capable of lying, that you too are capable of plotting, planning, manipulating, scheming, and all of those yes, even you. It's important that you recognize it, and that way you don't get duped when someone comes along because you're not in denial of self. Right. Seek peace. All right. So what's that about? Why'd you go down? Mm-hmm. Right. It's the only way of truly balancing the hurt, balancing what needs to happen. That tower, you got to fix those missing components. Ooh, I don't know. I hope everyone's health is okay. I'm seeing things in the cards. Listen, if you're not feeling good, please go see a doctor. Please, immediately take action. What are the answers that they seek? Look, it comes right back out. That's why when I cut, I pull the cards because, anyway, it's just how we do things. They need you to stand in your truth. Own your individual power, your fierceness, even your fear. All those things that make you uniquely human, own that shit. Own it. Look, stand your ground. Because the more you know yourself, the less people can use anything against you. Like for real. You collapse any lie, any plot, any scheme because you're not running from your own truth. Everything that you perceive as a weakness is a strength. It is a true strength. That level of vulnerability is the sexiest shit on the planet. You can't even get close to somebody who has no weaknesses, no vulnerabilities. There's no point in being around them. They're not fucking relatable. Just saying. Racist. Know thyself. Take a long, hard look in the mirror. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, I just flashed. Listen, sidebar, sidebar, sidebar. I see you hiding in the background, you little piece of shit. I do. I see you. Whether you're here now or you come later, you need to back off. And I really do mean that in the most loving way possible because I know what your fate is. I've seen it very clearly. And no amount of interaction with me will ever shift what's coming to you. I will not divert karma. I will not interfere with it. No, 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 baby. You made your beds, you picked your linens, you bought the bed and everything. Oh, yeah, you decorated that room real nice. Now enjoy it. Sorry, that was a sidebar. Yeah. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. But here's the thing. You brought it on yourself. You brought it on yourself, baby. Yes, I know you're scared. I can feel it across the ethers. But that's your fear. You have to deal with that. That's between you and the divine. Okay? Okay. Just wanted to make sure you understand. Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you calling. Yeah, but I also hear spirit coming. I do. Like I said, I can't. There's nothing for me to do. It was all fun and games, was it not? Okay. But instead of you healing that part of yourself that is so tragically wounded, yes, like I said, I see what's coming for you. You should make your peace. Call your daughter, tell her you love her. If you have love in your heart, looking at that child's eyes, I don't think there's any love in her. I think the voice is sweet, but the soul is bitter. Sometimes you just got to meet people, just got to see them to see it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. Right. Now, if you don't mind, you go and shift yourself out my energy. Go on, be gone. Very strong Cancerian and Pisces energy. Why are we seeing that right now, Father? It's the emotions. Not to mention Mercury's in Scorpio right now. So the communication is going to be direct. It's going to be straightforward. It is going to be explosive. And it will be exposing. Okay? Things done in the dark always come to light. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I know. Somebody really fears a very painful ending. But I get it. You bought it on yourself. Listen, I don't want to spend any time on you because I feel like you're literally a dead man walking. And yes, I am talking to a male right now. Someone thought they could hide their face. Now, it's this card that triggered all of that. I've seen someone with this tattoo. I have. They tried to play it off as something that it's not, but you see this black face, it's the face. It's the fact that it was blackened like a obsidian mirror. Yeah, 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 I know. Yeah, I know. It's a shame. What a pity. Holy Spirit, all we can say is thank you for not allowing these people to poison your pure well. Anyway. Oh, yeah. It's a whole group of them. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that back up. Anyway, let's move on. Like I said, yeah, see, this is the divine's well. That's what I was seeing when I said it. The Ace of Cups, their divine well. But it came out some later. Ooh! I love it. I love it. I love it. I do. Woo! Keep alchemizing. slaying those beasts with the truth. Oh, 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 poor babies. Oh yeah. See, interesting. That looks like an armored car to me. That doesn't feel like any of this. But the answers you seek are right in front of you. So I don't know. That'll make sense for somebody. That has something to do with an armored car. Yeah. I mean, we know who use armored car. You know, gangsters, diplomats, politicians. You know, business owners who have property and items that are very valuable and that people would want to get to. There's the Brinks trucks and things of that nature. Yeah, yeah. There's going to. I don't know if this is a military thing or not. There's a lot of stuff going on with the military. Okay, currently worldwide. But see, this is an armored truck. I don't know if there's some going to be some sort of attack on a convoy of aid. You know what I mean? Like a humanitarian thing. Like, because they're letting refugees in and out. They're sending in supplies. But do you see what I mean? There's an attack. This is an ambush energy. The Knight of Swords on one side, the Knight of Wands on the other, Knight of Pentacles Chariot. This is this could also be the Iron Curtain, Iron Shield, whatever it's called in Israel right now. I'm just telling you what I'm getting, y'all. But this is an assault. This is different energy. This is an assault on a motorcade or armored vehicle or something like that. But this is a coup of some variety. Somebody needs to keep their head on a swivel. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Any military personnel watching, and I'm just gonna tell you straight like this. I don't give a fuck if it's two women in the street by themselves. It's a setup. It's a trap. Don't stop. Do you understand? I don't know what this is, but that looks dangerous. Like these two chicks is there to set somebody up. It's an attack. It's an ambush. Do not go. Whatever this is, it looks like humanitarian with the temperance card. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Now I have my own opinions because I've seen the ramifications of war, and I'm just gonna say it like this: I don't care about children when it comes to war because you don't know the circumstances in which they were brought up. You understand? A child is not a child everywhere the world round, and then, so if they think their life is on the line, that child is a soldier at that point. So let the age wash away. Stop seeing it as such and be real. The answers you seek are right in front of you. Careful. That's dangerous right there. That looks like humanitarian aid getting ambushed. I knew that was going to happen. I don't know why that's happening. Be careful. Jesus, Lord, to all my men. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be under the guise of some sort of peace, medical, something like that. Look, look at all the soldiers show up, all the knights. Mark my words. Judgment, the Emperor, King of Swords. This is strategy. This is strategic. Now I don't know right now. This is crazy. They need to be working on this truce. But I do. Whatever this is, there's a very public announcement coming about this bombardment, strikes. Oh Lord. There's a partnership. Our president has been going on and on and on about how we stand with Israel, which we already knew. That being said, right, they go back. They go way back. But you do see them kids right there, right? It's for show. It's all staging. It's all staging. Let's find out why. And I know it's staging because I see the Hierophant right there. I don't give a shit. Y'all go watch all you want. Whatever. These people play with things you can't even imagine. Look at this shit. Leading people astray. I mean, listen. Get up on your prophecies. Get up on your prophecies. Okay? Right. The answers you seek are right in front of you. Confirmation is right in front of you. Take off the rose-colored glasses. Seriously. What spectrum? What's that? Infrared? Hold on. Right. See, there's the visible light, and then there are things that you cannot see. Right. It's the okay. So the red is radio waves. Radio waves. I mean, well, they're all free flowing. We just learned to harness them. Gamma, X-ray, ultraviolet, infrared, microwave, and radio. Oh God, man, no. That is old school stuff. I don't like that. They could be using radio wave communication, shortwave bursts, things like that. Old school transmissions. Oh God. But I also see downloads. I saw the star and the seven of wands. Like there is celestial energy and information being transmitted down here. Big time. Big time. Because they want to see the world actually work out. This place is worth saving for many, many reasons. Now, um, who was it? I think it was Dr. Billy Carson who had mentioned about the Anunnaki, and there's always this stuff coming from antiquity about how they came here to harvest gold from the planet. But gold isn't always what you think. There's atomic gold, which is very different than the shit you wear on your body. Atomic gold has a way in which it could literally disappear to a whole different realm and before your eyes with the right vibration, with the right frequency. This is something about that. Okay? Atomic gold is derived from particles that are on the planet naturally. Anyway, it's deeper than that. Oh yeah. That's funny. It's the radio waves. Yeah. Yeah. They're using radio waves. See the spectrum of light? Music, right, comes across like singing bowl sound, radio waves, communication. They're using some form of radio wave to do what? To do what? To do what? It has nothing to do with peace. I'll tell you that shit right now. Nothing. To me, it almost feels like it could be radio silence. You know what I mean? Like they don't want any information being disclosed, but they're blocking. It could also be them um, trying to downplay certain information broadcast. Again, going back to the censorship that we've been picking up on as the train goes by in the background. What is it? You're like, oh no. See how the cups are coming out blocked. They could also be trying to do things that prevents people from receiving these downloads from these celestial beings, if you will. Like they're trying to restrict, they're trying to cap it. This is a collaborative effort, by the way, to keep spirit. Look, some of this is strategy, dealing with battle plans and shit like that, which is different. I'm not even gonna get into that. But a lot of this is to keep people's vibration lower. Some of this is to do with people like myself and their suppression, right? Because helping people see through the smoke screen, through the illusions, right? Not to mention what is going on in the heavens right now. Hold on. Some of this also feels like what they do with the chemtrails and things of that nature. They would have you believe that it has something to do with the ozone. It does not. It does not. It does not. It does not. Them spraying barium reflective particles, right? It's much easier to have a projector screen when there's something for those images to bounce off of in the sky, right? Okay. They don't want these high vibrational people on the planet giving their downloads. They're trying to block your insight. They're trying to block the way spirit communes. Wow. That's some bold shit. That's how you know it's devilish. That's exactly how you know it's devilish. I know it sounds so far fetched sometimes, but it's like, why would any one person or organization seek to control another? If you can answer that question to yourselves, then you'll understand why all this other shit happens. Over and over again across humanity and antiquity, there's information that shows that we were compromised, that we were taught to do certain things throughout time. If that knowledge exists and it's verifiable, meaning that if you do X with Y, you will come up with Z. And the more you do it, the stronger you get at it, right? That's anything, whether it's braiding, makeup, haircuts, doesn't matter. It's a skill, right? The more you practice, the better you get at it. I'm not really trying to stay in any of this energy too long. You have no idea. Like, I gotta learn to just give y'all enough and keep it moving. Like, for real. Exactly. It's enough. Because, you know, it is what it is. What else do they need to know? What is the confirmation they seek is right in front of you? I feel like it's mainly if you choose to accept what it is you're seeing. It's like somebody asking you, who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? I would tell you to believe your lying fucking eyes because them lips lie too. At least you can seek out and try to prove or disprove what it is that you see. Hey. Hey. Tops. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Try it. What did I put in there that's got your curiosity? Here. There you go. Eat your piece of grass. You didn't finish. Don't mind me. What are they hiding from the world? What don't they want them to speak of? Now I'm seeing the two. I saw the two of swords in the world. It's like the art of distraction. It's like they want people rendered impotent with fear, like the enemies are at the gate type energy, not knowing where to go, who to talk to, how to move. Like they feel stuck, like tied. Right. They want people to feel like they're in a space of lack, like there's no place to go. Like this energy has to be combated because it's not the truth. Okay? It's not. There is so much strength and peace and clarity and calmness of mind. So much. Right. I want y'all to have this energy of knowing, right? Invest your energy, your thoughts, right? Invest your energy in reciprocity and peace. I'm not kidding. It has nothing to do with the powers that be and everything to do with mankind. We have the power to shift. Don't deny what you're capable of. Your ability to call down and create. Put your power, effort, and energy into peace. Do not become disoriented. This energy of the yin and the yang, right? Do not overthink it, if you will. There's a time for everything, a season for everything. If you just look at how the yin and yang shows up in this image with the masculine here in the Two of Wands, the darker aspect of the yin and the yang is sitting high. It's no different than the wheel, right? If you go through highs, you go through lows. This ebb and flow of war and peace and war and peace, that's part of it. It's part of it. So as much as I would like to be like, oh, let peace reign on earth forever and ever, you know, the the plausibility of it is not real. We learn to work through our differences by having these little kerfuffles. There's a time for conversation, for a true meeting of the minds, where both of these energies are more balanced, where peace reigns, with the understanding of what caused the conflict to begin with. Read the signs. As I say that, I cut the deck. Look. Read the signs. Read the transits. Study the astrology. When you do, they can't put you in a space of fear because you were armed with the truth. To me, looking at that Five of Pentacles with the dog barking at her, it's just not being left out in the cold or locked out or being on the street. No, 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 no. That is antagonization. That is fear. Oh, Lord. Right. Come on now. Come on now. Look. Six of Pentacles and the Justice card. Things always balance out. But this in the wheel above her head, you see the balance. Things must be balanced. Things must be sacrificed. For as much as there's abundance and plenty in the cornucopia of blessings, there's also a time of strife and times of famine and times of whatever, insert whatever the negative side of the owl is. But that is all part of it. There is peace and then there is severity. Under severity is war. But the truth must be sought at all times. You cannot grasp that. And this is why, see back here, see how she on that cup there, which she's drinking from, this is the reason for the suppression. Because people like myself, we are doing our best to keep people from overreacting, from understanding their power, understanding the laws of the universe, the seasons of life in time. Right. See? Instilling optimism, understanding, paying attention to nature and its ebb and flow. You'll start to see those in high who sit high and look low, that their reason for this is realistically just selfish. It has nothing to do. They just manipulate the transits and the things like that because they are in the know and the vast majority of people are not. And so things seem like they arise out of nowhere. Oh, there is nothing going on. Read the fucking transits. Sorry, not sorry. But do not allow yourselves to be controlled and or manipulated when really it's right there. Yeah, yeah, it's right there. As above, so below. Look it up. These are not just things that we say, it is a living thing. We are all a part of it. Yeah, it really want to take that energy and use it for other shit. Like I said, the confirmation you need is right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Forest, trees. Pay attention. Some of y'all ancestors are seriously trying to get your attention on these matters. Some of y'all, congratulations. There's a birth in the family coming, and it is a reincarnation of a beloved person in the family. I'm gonna say when whoever this person, this energy belongs to, that's reincarnating, this family took a massive loss. I mean that, been like struggling ever since this person's passing. I'm getting matriarch, patriarch energy. So my condolences if you lost your matriarch or patriarch of your family. Good news is They're coming back. It's just not the way you recognize them, but it's the help. At reincarnation, they'll reestablish the line, so to speak. They'll continue it, and everyone will remark as this person grows how much they remind them of insert your elder in your family, your grandmother, your grandfather, your great grandmother, your great somebody like that, even maybe even your own mother or father. I do not know, but they are definitely on their way back. Well, we're just going to go ahead and reverse and revoke and rebuke that energy that I just saw people trying to do things to block your work, to stagnate it, to hold you back. Exactly. Thank you, Cherry Energy. We see that clearing in real time. If y'all just use your powers for good, you would be unstoppable. Mm, mm, mm. But you don't. You don't. You think we can't see? Mercury is in Scorpio. You will not be able to hide anything done in the dark. Do you understand? And we are officially in Scorpio season. Right. Hi. What's the moon? The moon. The moon. The moon's in Aquarius. Yep. Yeah. 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 It's very short. Oh no, 2.5 days. I see it. All right. Mm. Somebody got some real toxic emotions and feelings towards somebody. Let's explore this real quick. Because they try to put on this. Oh, we gonna have to do something about that. That's some ratchet shit. Mm, mm. Somebody's in a very unholy marriage. I don't know what else to say about that. It is an unholy marriage. Ill. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somebody's been working with either a fortune teller or some sort of destiny thief or some shit like that. Doing what? Mm. Eavesdropping into your energy. This person's been trying to call, quite literally. They've been waiting on death to pay you a visit. This mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Look at all that Scorpio energy. Oh yeah. See, these people have been burning the midnight oil, if you will. They dumped a lot of energy into this, like quite literally. And it's crazy because this has drained these people, like seriously drained them. They're looking very ghoulish. Oh, what's that vampire in Brooklyn? Y'all remember that? Remember the ghoul? He turned into like the living dead. Somebody looking like that. Like Mookie, like a crackhead met a demon and had a baby. Like that's the image I'm really getting. Somebody looking real ghoulish. Ghoulish. Ugh. It's because the spirits they work with, they're too strong. Like they're draining these people. Wow. Okay. It's funny because this is I say unholy marriage because These some people that be in church by day, but be in the basement by night. Like somebody literally has the energy of death all around them. That page of wands with the death card. I mean that, like all around them. Wow. I really dislike hearing that. I really do. They be playing that Barack Obama John, man. Ugh. A Renfield character. Oh, that one. Oh, Renfield. I feel like I should know this. Exactly. I didn't see that. That's on Netflix, isn't it? I didn't watch that yet. But that's why I was getting like the ghoul. Exactly. Definitely a minion. Ugh. It's funny because it's like they're being taught by the devil themselves. Whoever it is, I will say they wield some sort of power. They have quite a bit of knowledge. They do. They are a high priest. I'm seeing the triple moon goddess all over the place. They are a high priest here. So they wield a level of power. But this person, whoever the head honcho is, right? They have a psychic connection or a merger with some sort of demonic energy. Because I'm looking at the two porpoises back here, or a fish or whatever, and they don't speak in ways that we can discern, but there is communication. We've proven that, and so there is a tie. It's like they keep feeding these things, and it's through the seed. Oh, they do these weird rituals with young. I'm just gonna say younger people. Okay, I don't get small children as much as I get like an old teen, 18, 19, maybe 17, somewhere in there. But they get these individuals who are willing, and they do these strange rituals with them where they're able to plant these energies within them. They don't always take. This even feels like there's a type of dissociation that transpires during these rituals, because on each one of their heads they have the triple moon crown, waxing, waning, full. It's so strange. It really feels like a great perversion of all things Christian. Like if there's a baptism, it's a baptism in a pool of, yeah, I mean, it's, oh, I hear y'all over there. Mm. And we know, we know. But I also feel like they watch, they spy, they try to see those who are more susceptible, not successful. The idea is to choose someone whom this sort of thing will be successful with. And it's funny here, right, on this card, you see the representation just by proxy of the rotation of the wheel. You have the Aries energy, right, giving divine masculine. You have the Libra, very much giving divine femme, right, just energetically speaking. And then here and here, you have Set positioned over the Capricorn energy, and then you have Apep positioned over the Cancerian energy. You see what I mean? See the crab here? You see this thing? This is what I mean. You see the devil right here. This thing has direct communication with this thing. And I feel like for those who choose to pay attention and take that blindfold off, you will clearly see what you need to. Your ancestors have been trying to alert you, but there are more positions on this wheel than you could imagine. There are 12 signs, there are 12 positions, right? And it's crazy because just by looking at these images, it's like they're showing you the corruption. They're showing you some of you know, the genetic modification that took place, especially for those. I don't believe in evolution. I do believe in all sorts of things, but that's just not one. You can't prove it. There's a lot of working theories, and so I'll leave it in the theory department. But what I am seeing here, like for those who follow more so the Epic of Gilgamesh and things like that, where you've done your reading, and you see clearly just in different words that genetic modification has happened. You know, in vitro and all sorts of things have been around much longer than modern medicine. Okay, like you could just use your higher mind. But there is something about this combination of the monkey's tail touching the serpent's tail, children of Apep. And it's funny because the monkey's tail swirls right around the bull, Taurus the bull, right? That was one of their crazy deities for a while, was it not, when they worshipped what? The bull. No disrespect to anybody under the sign of Cancer, but the glyph unto itself is that of perversion, chasing tails, living through your emotions. Just look at it. The 6 9, it looks like two different sperms going at each other. The transition into Leo actually looks more like self preservation because you're pulling back, reserving your energies. You're not just spinning. That's so funny. So I'm looking here at the Three of Cups and I'm looking at the three fishes and I'm like, there has to be a story and I'm looking it up now. It's a this is a moral story. It's a type of parable, right? That's the whole thing. Right. I'm going to read this to you because it seems rather short, right? The parable of the three fishes is an interesting and engaging one, right? It is also one of the more popular moral tales from the Pacha Tantra tales. I think that's Brazilian tales, actually. Anyway, once upon a time, there lived three fishes in a pond. They were close friends and were living together for years in the same pond. One day, while on his journey, a passing fisherman saw the pond was filled with fishes. He was surprised and delighted and immediately informed his fellows about it. Together, they decided to come the next morning and catch those fishes. One of the three fishes, who was the wisest, heard the conversation between the fisherman and his fellows. It devised a strategy, immediately rushed to the other two, explained the entire situation, and proposed a plan to leave the pond immediately and move to another place. The second fish agreed and decided to move out from the pond quickly. The third fish, however, mocked them. He felt that the pond was their home and they must not leave their home. Y'all getting where this is going? All right. Since the other two fishes were unable to convince the third fish, they left the pond and decided to let him follow his own course of action. The next day, the fisherman and his fellows cast their nets and caught plenty of fishes. They also managed to catch the third fish, who had refused to leave the pond due to its foolishness, while the other two fishes who had left earlier displayed cleverness, were rescued and rewarded. Right. And they break down the morals of this, right? In case people a little slow because it's early in the morning, you ain't had your coffee yet, or whatever it is you drink to get you going. Okay. One of the most prominent and important morals of this story comes from the importance of wisdom. It is important to act wisely when you foresee a problem. Okay? This story, along with many other stories from that region, doesn't just instill inspiration and motivation in children, but also imparts valuable life lessons such as wisdom, intelligence, and the importance of time, teamwork, and cooperation, and many others. Okay? It's so funny because I really, even with this, like somebody was smart, right? They overheard the conversation. They heeded the call that death was on their door if they hung out in that pond, right? And let them fishermen come back around, right? But it always got to be that one. It's so funny. I was seeing that here with the three fishes. It's always got to be that one sacrificial lamb, right? But it was self imposed. They think they know better, but they don't. A lot of times you see people bring their own calamity on themselves, as you learned in that story, right? Right. So the more you do, the worse it ends up being. It's funny. There's a time to act, right? And you see that here. Coming up with a plan in a timely manner, heeding the advice, right? And ignoring the call could lead to your imminent demise. Because people will do whatever they need to do to get what it is they want to ascertain their own happiness. Ten of Wands, Three of Cups. Right. And if abundance is what they want, you understand? Something about the seeds, man. Be careful. Use protection. Okay. They're patient. They're so patient. It's a long game sometimes because the goal is selfish. People want what they want, right? Anyway, hold on. I want to see why the little spies here. How you doing? But I also see that that's the research part. That's exactly what we did. We looked into the three fishes. Okay. I'm like, oh no. Right. Hold on. Oh no, it's out of India. They're Sanskrit or Sanskrit. Excuse me. Fables. Okay. Because I'm not that ignorant. It looks like one thing, but I will go back, verify and fact check. Okay. I just wanted to see where they came from. Right. All right. Why is a little spy card here? Oh, look at this. Look. Look, because there's a thief trying to figure out how they can get what they can get. Look at it. Look at it. There's somebody spying right now to try to come up with some sort of plan to, slow down what it is you receive, come up with some sort of breadcrumbing bullshit. Or maybe somebody's even trying to use tarot right now to figure out if you're breadcrumbing them. People are dumb. Hmm. Wow. Don't let it be so. This could be somebody's job or somebody you work with. Let's see. Oh, they like, yeah, it is. Look, somebody really want to see you fucked up. Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords. I'm like, yo, listen. I don't. I gotta stop myself. I'm telling you right now because the Scorpio energy is vicious, and what I was about to say, I would have regretted. I really would have. Not just because you just shouldn't put out venom in the universe, but if the Scorpion stinger had a trigger on it, there'd be a lot of splayed people right now. Just saying. Just saying. Use restraint and with your words. Woo! Woo! That was vicious. Oh Lord. Oh, people stupid. See what I mean? See what I mean? Just like that. Parasite. That's probably what I just saw. That little bullshit right there that popped up, Renzo 777. That's this shit right here. That's this shit right here. I need to go on somewhere. I'm neutral. I really am. Because there's no benefit in war. Loss of life is loss of life, and that's y'all being so disrespectful to my father and the fact that he created you. So, no, I don't agree with loss of life, period, point blank. The easiest way of getting through all of this is to ignore it, number one. Don't fall victim to the spin doctors. And remember that this is a season. Even war is a season. And it too shall pass. That's the whole point. I like how you put that. Exactly. When you turn the holy land into an unholy place. Next time y'all listen to what my father got to say to y'all, stubborn and stiff-necked people, right? Stubborn and stiff-necked people. That story that I checked into about those tales and them coming from India, the reason they were even formulated is because there was a king who ruled southern India who had three dull-headed sons, and that's it's just that go the way of tradition, then sometimes you just gotta get creative. Children. Right. There was a king, right, who had three dull-headed sons. That's the whole point, right? Right. And there's a lot of dull-headed people on the planet. Like not even, you got a whole head, but it ain't nothing but a head rack, right? Right. Not two functioning brain cells in there. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Listen, the first time. This is a lesson. We are literally watching a fable, right, so to speak, a moral like Aesop's fables. Not saying they're not based off of real shit, but sometimes the story is bigger than the event because you can learn so much from it. They will be like a thorn unto your side. See? See? Lessons. Lessons. Pay attention. Pay attention. It's no different than having children, especially if you, whether they're yours, you babysit, you nanny, they your nieces or nephews, it don't matter. Kids are stubborn and they got all the gumption and personality that they will ever have in life when they're born, right? And so sometimes that little finger gotta get burnt. That it's sometimes them little knees got to get scruffed up. Sometimes there's a scrape, there's a boo boo, there's an ouch. But you know what? The wound here heals. The scar is meant to last, to teach you as a fucking reminder of what you should never do. Again, you shouldn't have did it in the first place, but you don't heed proper advice, right? You don't heed wisdom. You don't believe that fat meat greasy, as some like to say. All right. But we're all chuck full of audacity, right? That's the whole thing. We are no different than those children. The goal is to remember that we are no different than those children. We just got a bigger vocabulary and a little bit more scruff, a little bit more scruff, and we supposedly know what we're doing, and we supposedly can go and do what we want. But every time we attempt that shit, we get sat down somewhere. That's why I be like, nah, love truly is the answer. Because you can overcome people's stupidity and their dumbass choices with love and understanding. That we were all once in that mindset at some small facet, some shade. Mm, yeah, love, baby, love. Ace of Cups, love truly is the answer. King of Swords, Ace of Cups, love truly is the answer. It is the great multiplier, if you will, right? It's no different. You know what I mean? Like that's why we turn the other cheek because it's like, man, I've been there. Like I love having that I've been there moment to myself because it truly makes the whole journey that much more bearable. Not even a place of bearable. It's more like it's an intellectualized sort of formulation of it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we just gotta sit back and marinate on some stuff. You know what I mean? We just gotta get to the nitty gritty of it. Oh, y'all sure. Listen, I'm a believer in like learning for the sake of learning, because why not? But if you can't be trusted just to simply learn some stuff, then please leave it alone. Mm, mm, mm. The devil's in its last throes, if you will. I know a lot of people tend to think that this Aquarian age just got started. It didn't. It really didn't. If you go back for the last couple hundred years, you will truly see that we've been in it. We've been in it. We've been in it. Let's see. Altruistic, friendly, humanitarian, inventive, individualistic, intellectual. Um, they put the same word twice. Logical, perceptive, rebellious, unique, unpredictable, visionary. Has that not been the last 4 centuries, people? Maybe longer. Let's see. Da Vinci, Da Vinci. What year is that? 1500s? Hold on. Even before that, Galileo Galilei. The challenge. Do you understand? When people are moving away from religion and moving more into a scientific like, come on, this is not new. We're fucking nearly a millennia into it. This age is running tick 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 tick. Like, it's over. You missed it. You missed it. Hanging on to something so, all I can say is bollocks. The fact that we have so many, like the psychics and the mediums waking up now, it's like you can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it. And now we're oscillating between the part of this age between Uranus and Saturn, Uranus and Saturn, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because they co-rule Aquarius. Are you rebelling for the sake of rebellion, or does it have a purpose? Are you learning from the insipid lessons over and over again? Okay, right. See, here's the thing. This is how you're going to navigate the last little bit, because most of us are in that spectrum. Okay? Okay. Okay. You're going to keep oscillating back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This energy of rebellion is an individual thing. It's to grow you, to elevate the consciousness. All right. Just saying. So look, Saturn, where you learn to operate within the limitations of society, right? But here's the other side. Their Uranus influence is trying to have everyone believe that society as we know it is no good and it needs to be torn down. And that's not the truth. Yeah, there are things that need to be fine tuned and tweaked. Oh, you fucking right. That being said, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? It says response, fear, obstruction, and limitations, father and teacher. Mm, I'm gonna tell you, Daddy. Which comedian was that? I'm gonna tell you, Daddy. Right. You know why? Because they're the ones who are supposedly the lead, right? They're the mouthpiece of the family. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Everybody thinks they're so fucking special, right? That's the Uranus influence, right? Everyone thinks they're the most unique, they're the most creative, that they're the first to ever do, and you're not. There are no more first on this fucking planet. They're not. They're not. Because the more you study the past, the more you realize we're just repeating the same shit over and over again. Whether it is science, technology, right? Thoughts, philosophies. Every great civilization that has ever come has fallen. If you study it, it's the same blueprint over and over again. Why? Because people get too fucking big for their britches. There is such a thing as enough. Mm. And it's so funny because so often people feel they're getting this confused. They're getting the lessons of Saturn confused with the test of Pluto. Compulsive forces and unconscious nature that bring about great transformations. That sounds very Age of Aquarian, don't it? But those plutonic relationships, those dynamics that need to be challenged, that need to be weeded out or fixed, right? Right. Just saying. The ability to organize and deal with society. Do you see how these things work together? But because of like these all being generational planets, yeah, there's some muddying, right? Because one generation is not quite capable of seeing it because their placements are different. There's always this fucking gap, but that is the reason for the gap. Power and domination is a lesson of Pluto, a test of Pluto. How you deal with it is one of the rewards that you get from Saturn. Who goes to Jupiter and be like, they did okay. Give them a little sprinkle, sprinkle. But it never stops. The ebb and the flow. Some things can stay, some things need to go. Like when a father puts a child out the house, they're not doing it from a place of a lack of love. No, no, no. They actually is quite the contrary. But there is a system. You must toe a line. To be here, these are the rules. Simple. Violate rules, you get outcast. Sit down and marinate on it. Just saying. Hmm. It's so interesting. And it's so funny, right? Because some of it is just the shit that your mama tell you. And it's so funny. Just look at the glyphs between Venus, right? And Pluto. It's almost the exact same glyph. Besides, there's these arms, right? These arms are almost like flailing. Ah! When you look at the Pluto glyph, that's exactly what it looks like. It's Venus, but there's an extra pair of arms, and the arms are up raving. Like the Yaya sisters, long may she rave. Right, yeah, right, right. Love will make you do some fucked up. It really will. It'll send you to the moon and back. Right. I use moon for a reason. Because those hidden desires, those hidden emotions, those undealt with emotions and desires, right, can really show up dramatically and become bigger than you thought. Hmm. Isn't it funny? how I was just reading the Venus thing, right? And it's all intents and purposes, it's love, but it's also because when you love isn't just about people. Love is also about what you do and how you show up and all of these things, how you love yourself, right? How you attract things to you. But it's also the planet of money gained or lost, right? Because sometimes the things that you love can destroy you. Like some people love gambling, right? And that shit will drain their pockets real fast. But some people love what they do, and they garner a lot of financial abundance because of it, because their heart is pure, like they're doing it out of a place of love, and the money just follow, which is the best way of being. Anything you do, you should be able and willing to do for free. The money is a byproduct. Understand that. That's why people hate their jobs, because you don't love what you do. It's just money. It's a means to an end. Okay, and it shows. I'm gonna give you one half a second to clarify whatever that is before. Listen, I don't deal with people very well on this platform. If I think you're a jerk, I'm gonna block you. So, oops, you didn't what? Like, mm-hmm, I do not play with the public at large like that. I really, really don't. A lot of strange folks. It's all good. Mm, mm. It's all right. I feel like a lot of people who have been a little wayward in their faith, not religion, faith, are on the mend. You've had a hell of a reign. It's over. It's over. It truly is over. Right. And it's so funny. Through this deck, there's a very consistent theme of with the yin and the yang energy. See, the darkness, that rain, right? But it's coming. It's all a play. It's all the spectrum of life. Ebb and flow, the back and forth, like waves and tides. It's over. Like, really. And now, this is the energy truly coming in. All right, let's pick these up. They wanted y'all to reject your birthrights. I rebuke any energies, any attacks on the divine feminine collective. I rebuke it. I reject it. And I turn that shit to you. And I mean, the intensity in which I mean it is going to hit you like a supernova. Do you understand? Stop it. Stop sending out those fucking energetic attacks. Stop talking shit on high vibrational beings. Male, female, don't fucking matter to me. But you need to get your life right. Next time you do it, you will bite your own fucking tongue. I know you fear what you do not understand. The card is telling y'all all the time, do some research, tap into your own inner being. The vast majority of people, you fail to realize, here you are watching tarot readings when it's a stage of your own fucking progression. No one sits at those positions indefinitely. Not if you're really trying, not if you're really growing and learning, experiencing the totality of what life truly has to offer. What's wrong with you? There's so many cooler positions in the major arcana. Like, the fact that people get so hung up on the masculine and the feminine energy. Do you realize this too is a phase? It's a phase. Your dark period, your dark impact, whatever they fucking call it, it's a phase. They're all phases. They're all phases. That's what I mean. You don't understand. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. You don't get it. It's above your intellect, apparently. And I don't like saying that. But the amount of hate and projection that I see is because you don't get it. You don't get it. It's ridiculous. All of this is child's play. It's all, you go through each one of these phases for your own growth and development of your own soul's growth. You shouldn't be here. It's a phase. Like I said, the confirmation that you seek is right in front of you. Just take off the fucking glasses. Just for a minute. Just take them off. Just see how bright the sky is. I've never in my life seen anything like it. But you know what? That's not true. It's the same people who are so comfortable in their victimhood are the same people who cannot see clearly that all of it's a phase. Even your stop here on planet Earth, it's a phase. It's a phase of your immortal energy. All right, Holy Spirit, what else you got? What else they need to see if they choose to? Chariot. Woo! Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, there's some big energy coming, man. Somebody about to be, oh, wow. The universe is about to deliver everything. I mean that. You see that? Normally that's exhaustion. But I feel like they have been working tirelessly to get you. That Ace of Pentacles is huge. It's huge. It's like, that's like 10 Ace of Wands. Spirit has been carefully, see the flame? It's like 10 Ace of Wands coming at you. They got your whole fucking order. Wow! They got your whole order. Your whole order? Come on. Look, they've been going hither and thither. Oh my God. And I mean that because there's a Knight of Wands over here running up. Like they have been, wow. 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 This is North Node energy. This is North Node energy. Look at that. That's beautiful. Like that is so beautiful. So I feel like this is for people who have North Node in Cancer or North Node in Virgo. I'm just telling you now. Yeah. 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 Huh. See? Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting the Luda song. Yeah. Yeah. I wanna mom your head tea. I wanna move from the bed down to the floor. Divine film, that's what it is. This is coming at you, baby. It's coming at you because you've had to fight for your right to party. I mean that. Like this has been a long. They've been saving this for you. I just want you to know that. They've saved all this up for you. Look, you see how the four wands are there and the four of pentacles laid out, beginning to structure? There's your four wands right there. There's your full, look how the divine be protecting what's yours. Look, Hierophant, Nine of Cups. They really do. You ain't missed out on shit. Don't cry about nothing. You gonna be so grateful. Listen, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Beautiful. They got you. Wow. Do y'all remember all your manifestations? Because there's 10 coming in real soon. Like a strong 10. No, for real. No, for real. No, for real. Wow. And there's things that you didn't even ask for. There are things you didn't even ask for, but you got it. Yo, somebody ancestors is just a fucking beast. I mean that shit. They not even playing. They want you to have certain things. I don't even think you did though. You didn't. You're not greedy. Whoever this is, oh, they're playing that. What's it? Leonard Skinner, and I think Kid Rock redid it. Simple Man. And Mama told me when I was young, be a simple kind of man. Okay, shine down. All right. Oh yeah, this is your ancestors. I mean, look. When I say they saved some stuff for, I mean that. Like they, yo, they've been working hard, hoard, hoard in the background for you, baby. Yes, they have. Oh yeah, they reserved some stuff just for you. They certainly did. You're gonna be more surprised than you have ever been in your life. Now, mind you, I picked up something about this transition between Libra and Scorpio season. So this is matching up beautifully with all these majors. This is imminent. This ain't no, oh, maybe sometime next year. No, 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 no. Now. Thank you, Daddy. Hands open. Thank you. Just receiving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again. Oh shit. I'm your biggest fan. I follow you wherever you love me. Papa, paparazzi. But I see how they broke down the word paparazzi. It's no papa, right? Like our father, Abba, right? Right. But I mean the showing, the publicity, the outpouring of love. That's what I mean with that. Wow. You love me. Ba, ba, they're funny. But for them to break down the Gaga. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Some of y'all gonna be so busy with work and whatever capacity that means for you that you will be rejecting and turning away business. I don't think it's gonna be that sort of influx. What else you got? No, I'm not even joking. Ten of Pentacles, Empress. It look. Thank you, Daddy, Daddy, thank you. No, for real, this is the phase. This is the long overdue, awaited phase. See that? See. See? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Like dynamic shifts between now and Capricorn season. Just saying. Yeah. It's a very harmonious period. Peace. Peace. Healing. Full restoration. Recovery from injuries. From these energetic attacks. Look at this shit. All y'all had to do was keep calling back, calling back. Somebody gonna need a doctor. I keep seeing that. I don't like it. These people will try one more time to do, what they do, little brujos in a closet. But it's not gonna end well because y'all have called back your energy and they can't. They're not capable. Holy shit. Um I don't it's just I don't know, right? I'm just telling you what I'm getting, but not from a place of certainty. I don't know how many different peoples the world over have their version of the angel of death or working with the saint of death, or you know what I mean, if it's all coming out of Mexico or Latin America. Like, I don't. That's what I mean when I say I don't know. But y'all gotta stop doing shit you find in books. Like, there's no authorization, is what I'm saying. That door is locked. And when you conjure this energy up, it's going to have to find a place to go. So I don't like that energy. But for those people who make sacrifices to different things, I'm going to say like this. That pure little baby I'm looking at right here, the fact that you tried to offer its energy, not its vessel, but its energy, they didn't want that. They didn't. And it's funny because I feel like this is a mother and a daughter. And this mother tried to offer their daughter's energy up. And they were told no. Maybe at one time those sorts of windows and portals were open to this person. Not no more. This child has I don't feel like they're a child. I feel like we're just talking about someone's child. Adult child. They are swaddled. You see the hay? They're giving me like that baby Jesus energy. Swaddled, wrapped, placed in a manger. See the green? See the green? Like I said, this was not warranted. This energy was not accepted. The sacrifice, because whomever this person is, they were always destined to be this divine feminine energy of portal energy I'm getting here. Stay with me now. You see the porthole in the door, right? You see up here, right? You see the archway. You see the archway. There was a time for that. No more. Whatever window, this person is already in their power. They've already claimed their own sovereign energy, so they can't steal it now. You're only plotting on yourselves, dummies. You will have your peace, your tranquility. Ooh. Oh, Mercury, what else you got to tell me? You're going to get a lot of news about people. Even if it is the type of crap, people's beliefs have a strange way of conjuring shit. Think about it. Okay, remember the movie Labyrinth, the original? Don't fuck around. There's only one. There's only one. She loved that book so fucking much that she made it materialize. Think about that. Think about that. She was so committed to the reenactments and the pageantry and all of that shit that one day it showed. One day, all of a sudden, the Goblin King was before her. You know, just saying. So people's beliefs are very powerful tools. You can conjure shit off of sheer belief. Hence why the placebo effect is a thing. Why in medicine they run those trials. They're still trying to figure out how strong the human mind is. Like the placebo has very little to do with medicine and everything to do with neuroscience. You understand? Giving somebody a sugar pill has nothing to do with medicine and everything to do with figuring out the psyche. Them trying to understand the connection between us and our creators. Okay? Just know that. Why they playing fucking Thriller? It's after midnight and something in the dark. Try to scream. Like, yo. Dun, 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 dun. Now they playing a little Rick James. It was cold last night. They're having fun with this shit. And when they look to me, fast asleep. They play too much. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get back to this. They was told no. The fact, right? Because when you look at this, the alchemical energy, the masculine being poured into the feminine, right? The feminine is required to birth herself into this masculine energy. I keep telling y'all that it's phases and shit, right? Like her abundance, that belly, that's literally her birthing the new versions of herself over and over and over again. You see how here he holds the bull. The next phase is what? The Hierophant, right? Okay. Okay. Right. But remember in the movie, just looking at your comment, Rabbit, that when by the time she realized, you have no power over me. And it's amazing how many times that she had to read that book, but she had to live the book, right? Which we've all done. We've all done. I'm not going to share the details, but I'm going to say like this. I remember the moment where I opened the energetic door to energy vampires. And it was long before I had ever started dating. Okay. And so we create portals and windows without recognizing it. And we have to do that inner child work to figure out where we went wrong. And so there is no blanket, oh, I was young, I was innocent. Bitch, you were fucking immortal. How the fuck we having this conversation? If your energy doesn't die, your vessel might be young, but what you know and what you gotta work through, it ain't that shallow. It's much deeper than that. So fix it. But since I recognize where I created the door, I have now closed it. I advise you all to do the same. To sit down and go back through some of those stories and fables and things you used to overly indulge in when your parents should have been showing you the difference between good attention and bad attention and all that shit in between. All those hours we were left to our own devices and shouldn't have been. Where, it's so funny. We were the generation that was allowed to have a childhood, but at what cost to our spiritual fiber? with no guidance, no role models. Y'all know the song. Don't save us. You don't want to be. Right. No role models. Right. Remember that. Okay? Mm. So now that period of time is over for whatever they thought they were going to be able to do. They were so confident that they were going to have this victory, that they knew so much that what they knew was juvenile. Page of Swords, that's neophyte. Yeah, you smart, and you might be a young genius type energy, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything in the grand scheme of life. Like, it doesn't. This means you got some smart. This lets me know life has taught you a thing or two. Just saying. But they can't do it no more. They're really coming for this person. You don't have to be a martyr. We're done with that, by the way. We're done with that. It's not required. The reality of it is that the loss of life is a tragedy. And if you go back, right, if we were never meant to die, and the wage of death, right? And since we can't unring the bell to our mortality, we can at least regain it in our immortality. Okay? That's why it's over. No more martyrs. None of that's necessary. It's not. Love truly is the law for all of mankind. Life is precious. It should never be squandered in such a way. That's why the one is more than enough. One willing sacrifice is more than enough to balance those scales. That one sacrifice was more than enough to restore our abundance. You're so funny. When I read that remark that you wrote, Rabbit, I literally thought about the gifted kid getting their ass beat on the fucking playground. Because that's what used to happen. They need to be in a school with other gifted kids. You know, other savants like themselves. Because the world has a funny way of dealing with that. You can be of a higher mind. Doesn't mean your emotional maturity is there. And you know what regular kids is chuck full of? Emotions. mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. They tried it. They did. And it's funny, right? I'm looking at this just recently. I was watching what do you call that? Well, no, somebody I was chilling with they thought that the eagle was a bigger predator to a falcon. And I was like, you ever just not want to argue with people? You ever just want to just show them? So that's what I did. I just turned on the YouTube shorts and typed in Peregrine Falcon versus Eagle. That's it. And I just let the internet and the tape tell. And when I say this falcon was a fucking bully, yeah. They're so fast. Like, there's no match for it. Like, its striking capacity is swifter than the naked eye. Like, you got to slow it down frame by frame to even see the impact. Like, it happens so swift. What just happened? Right. With that being said, I'm looking at this falcon right there. You know, I look at us, the spiritual people, as more so the eagle, right? Because there's a time and a place to be in that energy on the defense, right? On the attack, right? But then there's a time to soar above it all, right? There's the world card, right? To gain a new perspective. to fly so high that it all melts to one. You see the light, you see the dark, you see it all simultaneously. And so often you find people in the spiritual community that want to stifle that. They don't want you to get to a place of true enlightenment because it's easier to control and to manipulate from a place of fear. Pretty much. I don't know. Wow. I'm like, oh, context, context. I must have missed the first message. I'm like, what? That mean like, I don't understand. Oh, surprise. Okay. Too funny. Whew. It's all part of the spiritual journey. It's funny because the most precious lessons are so small, you know? But like I said, what you seek is right in front of you if you just have eyes to see it. Like it's right there. There's no great mystery to life. Not really. Not really. Not when you keep climbing and climbing and climbing. Not when you get to the place of the recognition of rare air. When you start to see beyond the pain. When you just start to see the back and the forth, just the flow and the rhythm. Oh yeah. Somebody really is feeling themselves right now, but in a way where they're holding themselves accountable for their toxic behaviors, for, them being in their devil energy probably longer than they should have been, not understanding that it's a phase. Maybe in real time, we just help somebody. I hope so. That's why I do this. I really pray that this helps you grow on your spiritual path. All of this shit is timeless, so it doesn't matter if you see it today or 20 years from now. It don't fucking matter to me, long as it helps. That being said, good job. Good job for you just recognizing that, you know what? It's something that you move through. It's an energy, it's a phase. It's not a lifestyle, boo. That you are capable of shifting out of it at any given time. That you are that strong, that you are that capable. But the sadness comes from the fact that they know they manifested this, that this is what they asked for, this is what they wanted. And that's okay. Love that version of yourself too. Give them a big old hug and a slap on the ass and send them on their merry way. I will say, with the modern educational system the way it is, I can't even imagine how different the process would have been. Like, truly different. I mean, it's crazy, right? Because as much as I would like to say that they're overly coddled, this, that, and the third, but no, you know, I'm going to say this and I'm going to be, fuck it. Drugs have had its impact in America, worldwide, for real, you know, but you got, let's just go straight, let's just recognize that there's lots of spiritual dis-ease in the world, right? That spiritual dis-ease manifests as generational curses, i.e., mental illness, physical illness, all sorts of shit, right? Like, see it for what it is. Like, when such things are done to a family line and the trauma is implanted onto the DNA. It translates generation after generation. So whether or not your family has issues with rage or addictions or promiscuity, you understand? Like it's in the bloodline, baby. So you got to work to get away from it. But now we understand that's what's been going on, right? So now we can start to uh spot certain things. We can like, okay, well maybe we got to get these children into this room with some counseling. We got to focus on nutrition. We got to do things, like we start to curtail the experience for the individual instead of the blanket sort of mechanism. Now, we didn't discuss the generational curses and how they manifest, right? And then on top of that, right, even without people knowing, right, because people moved around the world, so you don't really know your lineage like that. You don't know how they was. All we know is that we are the byproduct of people who have survived. Very adventurous people, but they are survivors, hardened survivors. And if you don't give your ancestors at a minimum that much credit, you are doing yourself a disservice. However it happened, you are here. Okay? So be respectful. But there are the advents of drugs, alcohol, all of these things that on top of what was there kept compounding and compounding. So we have children who are really wired wrong growing up. But we understand that now. Like we're combating our societal fuck ups, you know. So many people are like, oh, I grew up in the 60s. Stop being proud of that. Stop telling me you graduated high school during the summer of love because all I'm thinking is you was stopping the bopping. I'm just being honest that you was tripping, you was smoking, you was drinking, you was doing all, and I'm not really judging. I'm just telling you what that visualization looks like. When you tell people, oh, you grew, 60s and the 70s, it's a lot of implications, y'all. Stop that. Stop it. Because it doesn't fare well. It's like you're giving an excuse. I'd rather you just go, like the Miley Cyrus song, I used to be crazy, I used to be wild, but I just say I used to be young. Exactly. All the joys of youth. But don't chuck it up as, oh, I grew up during, no, because guess what? No matter what period in human history, there was always that part of town. There was always that one place. You know what I mean? There was things within every society where it was a little taboo, but it was there. So you didn't reinvent the wheel. You didn't come up with shit. People have been getting high and drunk as long as people have had the capacity to formulate such things. So you see what I mean? You can't grow from it if you're using it as a badge. There's nothing to brag about. Nothing. Nothing. Because would the version of yourself right now really be that thrilled about it? Would the version of yourself really be that thrilled about you telling stories about, oh, I hitchhiked across America, or, the Pan American Highway? Like, I've heard stories about that, and I get the world was a different place, but it still implies a level of rebellion and wildness instead of immaturity and a lack of respect for your own safety. Like, come on now. Stop saying the world was different. No, because there's been lunatics as long as there's been lunatics. And even if that is the case, it's okay. But don't, like, again, it's not a badge. It's a part of your life. It's a phase. It's not a badge. Because we can't get people to think about it in a healthy way if we still got people out here, I've been thinking, and this, and I was at Woodstock, and oh, and you guys don't know how to party, and da 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 da. No, fuck you. Shut up. Stop bragging about stupid. How many brain cells did you kill off? How many people did you nearly kill with your reckless driving and taking drugs? And are you serious? Shut up. Have a little decorum about yourself. It's a shame. I talk to a lot of people in the course of the year. I really, really do. And all of those examples come from first person accounts of people describing their escapades. Just saying. And it's not judging. It's not. It's just you start to see a theme. You start to see a common thread. And none of these people live those lifestyles now. But I dislike the badge aspect of it. Like it's something to be proud of, like on a Girl Scout sash. It was an experience like every day. Put it in its proper place so we can get society back on track. Right. Same thing. They tried to push that. I remember when I was like coming of age, and there was like you mentioned hedonism, right? That's a resort chain down, I think, in Jamaica, if I'm not mistaken, where they're like proffering up the debaucherous behavior. And it's so funny how you can tell the difference between the societal influence and your own moral fiber. Good example is I went to New Orleans many moons back um, for Mardi Gras. Listen, there's a part of yourself that says, I'm going to have a great time drinking and eating and overindulging and all these things. And at the end of the day, that shit is draining. At the end of the day, like, it's almost like drinking yourself so sober. Like, like, I'm over it. I'm just over it. Like, this can't be the move. Like, how do you not want to be in your right frame of mind? And listen, no disrespect to Jamaica, but I think there's like three different hedonism resorts, or there used to be, where you can go and let your freak flag fly. And I'm like, that never appealed to me. Like, I'm one of those people who would like to do an adults only place, but not because I just don't want to be on for your children. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. I'm respectful. Why? I want to relax. I don't want to have to think about, well, I think about what I say, but you understand what I mean when I say that. Like, I want to relax. I don't want my gears turning. If I see somebody child walk that way, like, where are your parents? Like, it's a different, because you can't turn it off. Once you're a parent, you're always a parent. Because you just see the world differently. See? So isn't it best to remove that so you can just to thy own self be true, but not from a place of, my God. Ugh. No, 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 no. And what's the other one? The whole anarchy? Right. It was pushed like through all the movies and everything else. Oh yeah, that shit was definitely what was that? Mad Max and the Terror Dome, all that shit. Not to mention the music they pumped down our throats through the late '80s and early '90s and shit, and even through the '90s period. Gangster rap, thugging, and this and that. I'm like, I've never in my life heard so much singing about murder. The fuck? You got people spending their last working 3, 4 jobs trying to get out of those environments, and here you dumbasses are glamorizing murder, death, kill. What's wrong with you? None of it makes sense. But I will say there's a need for it to be exposed, for us to go, you know what? No, I don't think I want to participate in that. You give it space, but then you make a choice on whether or not this fits society or it doesn't. Yeah, she did. Well, yeah. This is changing very quickly, y'all. I can't stress that enough. It really is. Like it's. Oh, I know I saw you blazing. This is changing. Stand your ground to this. Use your words to challenge this BS. Don't just accept it. Don't go along for the get along. Oh, wow. 2 hours went fast. They normally do. Right. These people want to steal your love, your joy, your harmony, your ability to go with the flow, your ability to communicate with your fellow man, to raise a glass of whatever in good cheer. Hold on. I might have to reset US there. That should not be happening like that. Right. All right. So on this card, the Seven of Swords, the guy's got the six swords in his hands, but there's a little diamond, right, on his bag. And so I wanted to look at the spiritual meaning of diamond for y'all real quick, right? It says diamonds are symbols of power, perfection, faithfulness, love, and purity. They represent the effort and greatness that one can achieve in life. Diamonds are also rare and pure stones that take billions of that's all right. Yeah, we know that they can be lab created and all that shit. So please, anybody, just don't even bring that into this right now. Under natural, normal conditions, it takes this long. Okay, it takes billions of years to form. Diamonds have a spiritual meaning that encourages one to move away from limits and embrace change. See what I mean? This is what they want to navigate you away from. All the things I just read to you, right? Because all of those things create a strong divine. Okay? We are moving away from those limited things of our past on this love journey, right? Because love is a verb, and how we move and how we groove and what we say and what we do. They want to take that away. It's that one thing, right? It's like the elephant in the room. It's like you can get away and tiptoe away with a lot of things, but it's like that one thing they know, but it's too hot to touch. But in order to like take somebody to their lowest, that's funny. I misspoke and said lotus, but we all know lotuses grow out the mud, right? With a special little coating on that pop and they bloom. They are filth of their fucking environment. And I'm talking to my chosen ones when it comes to that energy. You are the one linchpin that keeps them from being able to get away with their fucking schemes. So keep pushing out those messages of love. Everywhere you go, spread the fucking message of love, of faithfulness, of purity, and working together. Because you are rare. You are full of a purity that these fucking demonic devil worshippers just ain't got in them. Just saying. Oh yeah. Somebody plotting on my soulmate. Hold on. Child, please. Child, please. Child, please. Somebody think they're gonna be able to steal somebody's heart too. I see that. I don't. There's this precious sort of energy. It's like if I love them and hug them and squeeze them and call them George type energy. I don't like it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is what I feel. Manipulation and control. It's a tactic. It's a very aggressive strategy. Uh huh. Uh huh. See? Look. Right. Look. I've never in my life, y'all. This person has something, I feel. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's something tangible that she can hold on to. It's like it makes them feel like a divine feminine, although they're not. What's that Queen of Pentacles holding? Wow. Mm. It really almost feels like it's like motivation. You know, because pain is something you can feel, right? It may not be tangible in terms of what you, I mean, you can see it on somebody for sure. You can see somebody is in pain. So there's a physical sort of blueprint or evidence that that's happening. But it's like Three of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. See what I mean? Could be a voodoo doll, honestly. Something this person's been working on. See the eight, Queen, seven, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. See what I mean? And then you have this reduction by half. It's funny. Say for instance, like this is someone's work, right? Like if you spent a lot of time, effort, and energy building a business up, right? I'm just telling you what I'm getting. Someone is purposely trying to attack you, tear you down, right? Knight of Swords energy to, but again, you do what you love to do. So you, even if you took a business from somebody, they love what they fucking do. And so unless there's no fucking air in their body, you steal something like that. You're a nut job. You're a nut job. That's all you can say about that. This bitch is crazy. And she dedicated to it. She dedicated to it. This is the only thing this person has ever been able to focus on. Because they got squirrel brain for real. They do. They scrambled in there. Or hopping around. Da, 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 da. Right. But this is the only thing this person has ever been dedicated to, which is causing you some sort of loss, financial setback, ruin, some shit like that. It's the only fucking thing. And you know why? Because you make her feel less than a woman. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You make this bitch feel like nothing but a breeder. I'm just telling you now. This is family. This is the witch in the family, in the you know, in the closet. The one who need all the attention. The one who show up to all the family events. Like, hey. Now we got a pair. This could have been the trophy wife. I'm getting that for somebody. I feel like, or this they had a business with or something like that. It's just weird. It's just this the attention, Three of Cups. Like this was like a trophy wife situation. They don't say too much, you know. Everybody like, you know what I mean, shit like that. Yeah, I really feel like this is somebody's family or your brother's wife. This could be your brother's wife for somebody. This is your brother's wife. But I feel like your brother's wife's family come from some Satan worshipers. I'm not even joking. That's what that symbol is. I don't give a fuck. They go to church, but they fuck around. They feel like the church protects them. But I'm gonna tell you like this, if you know, like I know, you can feel that shit coming off these bitches. I'm also weary of anybody who don't have books in their home. Right. I'm just being honest. I feel like you got something to hide. How do you not have any literature in your home? Whoever this is, they don't have anything visible, but this person journals. I'll tell you that. Or they might have photo albums. There are no photos in those albums. It's shit like that. Because now you got my curiosity going, spirit. Y'all know how y'all do. You know how you do. You know how you do. Oh, da 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 da. Oh, be making you feel just like you a breeder. Is this someone's brother's wife? That's a yes. That's a yes. She worked with her sisters and her cousins to do this shit. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Churchgoers by day, devil worshippers by night. Oh yes. They mama involved? Of course. All right. Now, is the collective's brother involved in this dumb shit too? You gotta burn them. This is a burn notice. Burn after reading. Your brother down too. I'm just telling you now. They all part of it. I'm gonna tell you like this from experience. I don't care if it's family or not. If they together intimately, you understand me? You understand me? Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Ooh, that's what it's about. Oh yeah. I feel like this bitch did some form of research on this family about the abundance, about the lineage, so they could try to, gain what they could gain from it. I mean, if you do like I do and you air people out for a living, then guess what? Your family don't like you. I don't give a fuck what they tell you, how they pretend in your face. They don't like you. You expose too much. I already know that about mine. It's okay. But I used to do it in front of them, so it don't matter if I do it on the internet. Y'all know how I fucking feel about y'all. It ain't no secret. Ain't none of that. So, you can hate on me in private when you already know how I feel publicly. It don't matter. Said it to you, say it on the internet will not change my tune because you won't change yours. All right? The soul within is wicked, black, and dark. It's evil. Your soul die quicker than an iPhone. Just saying. Got no qualms with it. Ain't no love lost. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He sure did. Little witch bitches. Charm. Wanna be charmed sisters. Uncouth sisters. Y'all not even good enough to be called the weird sisters or the strange sisters, whatever the fuck they are. No, no, no. That shit funny. Oh yeah. Look, 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 look. It's so funny. Because whoever this is, this Queen of Pentacles, she thought her husband was the one in the family that was going to be anointed, chosen. Maybe for a time he was. But you know, people give into their predilections. They and I listen. This is that's that shit where they be talking about what do you call that? By name only, you know, an empress or an emperor by default. Because if you look, I love when they do this, y'all. Because look, there's the empress and the queen of pentacles, right? There's the emperor. You see what he got in his hand? You see the symbol of power above his head? Look at this motherfucker right here. Don't it look like some distorted version? Like it's supposed to be a scepter, but it's not. It's like an acorn or something like that. You got the person over here holding grapes, like a little bevy of beauty and shit like that. But there's something much more carnal about it, something much more earthly about it. It's not really divine. You know, there's somebody who look good. So when you look good, you attract a bunch of attention type shit. Oh, okay. Right. That this person was a hard or is or was a hard worker. And so you know, they like, oh, that must be the one. That must be the one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Somebody found out somebody come from a gifted family, thought they was gonna be able to target them, but lo and behold, it wasn't them. Lo and behold, see how she holding that? I'm just telling you now. She thought by having a child, right, with this person to get into this bloodline, it would open up this Ace of Pentacles energy, and it hasn't because the struggle's still real. 10 of Wands, 7 of Cups, and they can't figure it out. They're confused. See, they misread this shit. All they saw was that, I don't know, I feel like there was a reader somewhere who gave somebody some wrong information about who was destined for greatness, who was destined to be celebrated, and who was destined for the public fucking eye. Yeah, bitch, you got it wrong, didn't you? Ooh, oh, Tower Magician. Right, right, right. Didn't I tell you? Yeah, y'all surprised. Now look at this couple at the bottom. Look, all because they wanted to try to topple the person in the family who really had the juice, right? But see what you don't realize, if they go, you go too. Okay. That shit funny to me. Yeah. So I don't know who didn't want to believe it. It's your brother and his wife. And your brother's in-laws, sisters-in-law in particular. Could be yeah. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh yeah. They all down with this institution, this hierarchy, this bullshit, doing these attacks on people, trying to fuck with people's destiny and wanting their abundance. Mm-hmm. All because they chose wrong. Oh, this is karmically meant to happen. Look. Yeah, you keep casting out these cold-blooded individuals. I feel like he was placed around these people, even by proxy, because of the familial relation, to draw these cold-blooded reptilians the fuck out. Because they flee from you. They really do. They can't stand being around you. Interesting. Wow. Mm-hmm. What's gonna happen to this chick and the collector's brother? What's this? It's funny enough, right? They're gonna. Let's see. What's gonna happen to him? Didn't I tell you your shine irritate them? That's why I grabbed this deck because I'm like I saw it in my mind's eye, clear as fucking day. I don't know. I feel like they may try to get you to join with them, but see, you belong to God, like on some real shit. Like I'm talking to somebody who really in their fucking power right now. not a drill. Really, really. Right. And it's funny because this offer comes from whoever's at the top of this organization that these motherfuckers, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that they belong to. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. I don't like that. I just saw anybody familiar with Nicki Minaj's brother. I just saw some weird shit like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just tell me what I saw. That shit sound familiar. You better protect your fucking kids around this one. You know what they're saying? Don't even worry about it. You're gonna see what's gonna happen to them. Photo proof. These people gonna try to get back in your good graces because of the shit that's happening. Right. You stay far from these people. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave this alone. I gotta apparently return some phone calls and shit. Uh. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna get all the confirmation you need if you have eyes to see it. Take off the sunglasses because the divine has got all the proof that you ever craved. Okay? Karmic justice is coming hard for these people. Alright, guys. Love, love, love. Okay? That is the law. Show it, do it, mean it. Okay? Bye.